those eyes were on it, and I think, are they plastic? They might be glass. I don't know. Boy, he's heavy too with beans on him. Oh, maybe that's not hobbyist. Boy, that's real. Oh, that was brilliant. Greetings, friends and family. How are you today? I hope you're doing very well. I still have some green decor that's vintage, of course. That's what we love to find and decorate with. I think you do too, and especially love thrifting them. I have found some new items that I'd like to share with you. I hope there's a few things here that you will find cute. I didn't happen to put a vintage tablecloth on this time. We are very, very close to Kohl's, and we decided to stop in there, and they were having a sale on their spring linens at least, and I thought this was absolutely adorable. The flowers were so soft and sweet, and there's even bees on it. Yeah, they're just really sweet. I could have had a bee theme going on here, but I just love this soft green vintage swan planter. So I did decide to use that. I do tend to pick something a little bit lower. Norm wanted me to use these vintage thumbprint Fenton candlestick holders, and if you put a taper candle in them, it gets really tall. I probably shouldn't buy these really tall ones. I think they're so elegant. So Norm agrees that it's just nice to use these vintage diamond cut little glass votives that there is an abundance of. I did find a very sweet shamrock framed photograph for your TV. There is no music with that one. It's easy to find if you search for framed TV art, St. Patty's Day theme is how I found that one. I haven't finished my clock wall yet. It's a work in progress. I've moved everything around 10 times. It's very frustrating, but I'll get there sometime. Of course, Norm doesn't want to paint. So I've said that I'm working with the nail holes that are there from all of my milk glass plates. But I'm having fun, and I do enjoy looking at them, so I'm probably just going to put milk glass plates back up over the patio door where I just had the clocks. So I hope you like this sweet, sweet tablecloth. And I should tell you too, what else made me happy is that it was a $30 tablecloth, and it was on sale for $20.99, but we had a coupon for 30% off, so that brought it down to $14.70. Okay, thank you so much. You all were so sweet with your wonderful, kind comments about the green living room things. I'm so glad you liked it. And Norm says thank you too. He's very glad you liked it. He helped me as much as he could, reaching up high so I didn't have to drag out a footstool. Okay, thank you for those wonderful comments. I did move some things around down here because of some new pieces that were kind of big. That big vase with the ruffled top, I don't think I've ever seen that size before. I may have talked about it I don't know if I had that out for Valentine's decor or not. I can't remember. But that is a new piece for my collection, and the large picture in the center is new. I cannot remember already where I ended up picking that up from. It's very, very big in the back corner there with a beautiful stopper. That was so nice. I think that was the $10 item from Eden Valley. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I just loved it. So I just decided to put a little votive in there, a little bit of twinkling going on. Brought my biggest cruets up. Again, I have little ones, really cute little ones that I sometimes have mixed in there with the big ones, but I decided to just go with those two. And do have the light on, so it'll help you see just the greenery that I have used before. This is just a half candle ring, of course. I just love putting them over here on top of a little milk glass vase or a little planter or these compotes. Isn't that what these are? That was called a cactus pattern. And I think that's Fenton too. And the other one over here is the hobnail. I believe I have a third one. I can't remember what that is off the top of my head, but yeah, so up here you've seen these adorable tumblers before. They're probably 70s. Could be because of the round bottoms. Yeah, I love those. I also have some wild limey green ones like this variegation that is greenery. It's very, very skinny, viney stuff. Those are pretty wild. These are sweet. Yeah, I really like those. And my two turtles that are banks. I found that I could barely get a little sprig of grassy plant life stuck in their slot. I think that turned out kind of fun. Yeah, this is a really nice bank, very pretty, and I have shared that one before. I don't remember if I did show you this one. Is it marked on the bottom? Yeah, it's a Lefton. I have some fun planters like this that are whimsical or comical, and they're just so sweet, the Lefton ones, but this is a very different turtle that I have shared before, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That is odd, but I was very happy to find that. Yeah, I just don't find cool turtles like this that are vintage. I sure find frogs, and this has got to be one of my favorite very small planters. I adore this. I just am so crazy about this bright chartreuse green, and then to have a little splatter on it too is so fun. This is one of our newest purchases, also from Lost and Found in Eden Valley, Minnesota. I have not yet put the pendulum back on it. I think that was considered porcelain. It's very old. I couldn't find this orange one. I think I found a green one. Yeah. But that was a splurge. I kind of got talked into it. Yeah, between Norm and the lovely gentleman that owned the place with his wife. They were very sweet, and they came way down in price. Way down. I think they came half. But yes, it was an expensive item. So to me, it was still expensive after it was half price. But I did not have any orange clock. I have yellows and I have 2 red ones now. I have 3 yellow ones, 3 brown or gold ones, 2 black ones. 2 green ones. That one and this sweet little one up here. Very sweet. Very mod black one. And I love that black one. So yeah, I'm trying to get things straightened out. Oh, and this very sweet wicker one that actually works. I don't have it running right now, but it does work. Yep. So I have a key to that, and the pendulum is quite in need of polishing, so that's why I did not put it on yet. Yeah, it needed a good cleaning, the whole thing. Over here, you may recall when we went to Cannon Falls, Minnesota, in the first shop we put out a video on was called 4th Street Antiques, and this was only $20. It is so tall. Oh, that stopper is so long. Vintage Italian decanter, I guess they call them, with the lovely fruit pattern on it. Oh my, I could not believe it. It's such a pretty green too, a soft green. I really like that. That was a very nice surprise. So that was probably in February that we were there. Yeah, very nice shop, very nice. So I thought I would just add this little lightweight, feels wooden in a way, but I don't know what that's made out of. Just found it at a thrift store, I believe. And I just found this. We went to Annie's Attic this past week twice. And I did a lot of filming. Did I do filming both times? Yes. So I'll have quite a video eventually for you to see. But this little guy was in the front entrance. Isn't that cute? I decided to put a little candle inside of him. Let me see if there's anything on the bottom. He's definitely a little elf look. Well done. He's got some crazing. Is that Carol? Maybe. It's pretty messed up there. But it's C-A-R-O. Yeah, it's probably Carol. Isn't that cute? 1952. Yeah, it's quite crazed. But that was in their front entrance, and I fell in love with him. Such a little sweet elf-looking boy, I'd say. I thought this little watering can was so cute. It has a bee on both sides. It is not a salt or pepper. Those are not open. It's just meant to look like a watering can. Of course, it wouldn't be a salt or pepper because there's no top on it. Yeah, I thought it was really cute, but it had a candle in it. I found it at our Goodwill. Very cheap, of course, because it's so tiny. So I took the candle out. It was not melted in there. It was just sitting in there, little tea light. And I wanted just some cute little old plastic flowers that I've had for many years in it. I really enjoy finding crazy, tiny ceramic things at the thrift stores because I enjoy mixing them in with the salt and peppers. These 2 girls, I don't think I've shown them to you yet. Maybe it was January. We went up to Hinckley, Minnesota, which is a little bit of a trek for us. That's halfway to Duluth for us. It's a long way back home. And somebody had these 2 salt and pepper set, and they may be hobbyist, I don't know, but I did find a much more colorful pair, a couple years ago at least, that they have yellow dresses and hats on, and it's kind of a speckly glaze, the yellow, with a splatter glaze on them, which made them very cute to me, and darker eyes. And I have the large utensil holder girl. I've shown her several times maybe, in rich colors, fall colors. I thought these would be wonderful for spring. I think they're just the cutest. You've seen a lot of these sets. Those little fruit topiaries are by Anarco. Actually, this one is dated 1967. The bright green apples and flowers, that's so cute. Probably a lot of other pieces they made, typically with those fruit-themed ceramics, like those down there. That's also Anarco ones. These 2 little owls I just found in March. I just love them. I thought it was really great finding them. I think that might have been from Wild Vintage Collective. I'm not certain. We've been to too many places lately, but it's just a Japan googly eye set. And these I love. I can't remember what antique mall we found them at. There's been a lot of spring sales going on at the antique malls around us. I've been looking at pairs of those in different shades, typically yellowish, for many years. And I never really found them that attractive for the prices that they were asking. And I just looked them up now, and most people were calling them hugging bunnies. They did make other pairs of other characters I see, but to me, I thought they were bears. I wasn't overly attracted to the ones that were yellow, but I loved these green ones, and they were very reasonable to begin with, and then they were on sale. So that's why I finally weekended, and I thought they would be a very cute addition to my green salt and peppers. Those have been fun things for me to look at, and Norm enjoys it too, he says. I've had these now for a couple years. I actually found them at Unique Thrift Store in a bag hanging on the wall with other stuff. I was shocked. I thought, how could they put these in one of those bags with other things where they could get broke? It just says Japan. Oh, I was so surprised. Yeah, that is very pretty painting. Very sweet. So I don't know where I found that beautiful art glass, grape looking, I think. Looks like a grape cluster to me. Pretty deep. It's actually got feet on it. Yeah, I don't know where I found that. And this, maybe a couple years ago now, I've put that with, it's probably my newest find. I put that with like at least three other grape designed large decanters that I've been so happy finding over many years, all different shapes. They're just adorable in a grouping, and I have shown that last year, I bet, and even the year before as I was adding pieces, but I really think this was the last one I found, and was so shocked when I realized that was a shot glass. Isn't that crazy? That was a new one on me. It's missing a cork. People say cork. There's plenty of these for sale. It's very old. Germany. Yeah, I was really surprised to find this. The top is a very tiny stem piece, just like the different colored green there, like the handle. Yeah, and so I decided just to use it as a little vase. I think previously I hadn't put anything on it, but I like a little plant life. So over here, I have two of the compotes down there, a very big one on the bottom and one that matches on the top. I really like those lacy edges the way they are. They're so fun. And I love to take out the pears that I thrifted a bag of a couple of years ago at least, and also thrifted the wild art glass pear, and the one on the left I just found at the spring sale at the Antique Mall of Rogers just a week or so ago. So that was nice. It was very reasonable to begin with, like $5. And then they had their 20% off, so that was great. Thrifted that little adorable planter that I needed to add something on that side. So that's what I came up with. I hope you like these items. I also wanted to show you some of the fun salt or peppers, odds and ends of cute little animals and critters that I found over many years. I was thrilled to find some new little things this past month of March mostly. I don't know if I'm going to remember exactly which ones. The salt and peppers are very fun if they're made in Japan, like the little pair of owls at the bottom there. I did also find this little bird, single salt, and that was a Japan item. These two are pretty tiny compared to most of the salt and pepper owls that I have. And that little guy with the guitar was, I believe, from Wild Vintage Collective too. I think I found a couple of frogs that day. And I've had this guy for a while with a red tie. Very cute. I've had that one I've shown you before. Cute little hobbyist figurine, I think. But this was another new one that I think I got it the same day at Wild Vintage Collective. They are so funny. I love the crazy frogs when they're in a funny position like that, or dressed up, or playing an instrument. Very cute. Sorry to be a little shaky in that clip, but I was holding on to my phone with one hand and holding on to the railing behind me with the other hand. So I wasn't very steady holding my phone. That way I've got both hands on it now. I think I had this end one last year. It does help if I give you more light, you can see their color better. And I think this guy is a new one. Yeah, can't remember. It's very exciting though when we find one silly guy. And I don't know. Yeah, see, that's just a figurine. And it looks hobbyist. But he's cute. Yeah, I thrifted that at the Goodwill, and that at the Goodwill, that's hobbyist, I believe. Not sure though, but I can always check. Yep, Sharon. Jean Sharon. Hard to read. I can't tell a date either, but yeah, I don't really know for sure. And that is by Rose Lane, California Pottery. Quite small. I have bigger ones, and I love them all. They did such sweet owls, and especially loved them when they... I think most of them did have the pretty plastic eyes in them. That's what makes them so special. And way up here is a new horse. No, a donkey. Yeah, his ear is way back there. It's kind of pointed downward. Hard for you to tell there, but yeah, he's probably... Well, these are the bigger pieces up here. I started out with the smallest ones on the bottom shelf, but I was thrilled to find him. I like little donkeys as much as horses, and big donkeys too. Boy, I have two huge donkey planters, really big. One is in the chartreuse green like that, and the other one is in the nice truer rich green. And I found this too just recently. I imagine that's a salt or pepper. It's made in China, so it is newer, but it looked older, and that was good enough for me. I painted the red on it because I thought it was pretty plain. Roosters are always more fun if you can give them their red paint, and I thought it balanced better with this little goose planter that I've had for years now. This is new. I may have mentioned that I just got this new little tiny ashtray of the same design. I have two medium-sized ones that were in the living room on the shelving, and then one bigger one that I did not happen to take out for this year's videos. And I love that little swan with the gold trim. Yeah, that is not hobbyist. Just says Japan. And this is new, and that's a little planter. I didn't put anything in that one or the little goose. That is very cute, very plain, but I really like it. So I felt everything balanced pretty good. It's gonna be difficult. I'm leaning over the stair railing in order to get back this far. If I put it on half zoom, the light will go out. Yeah, it doesn't like being on for half zoom. So I hope you think that's a fun little display, all those different greens. I really, really like it, and I confess I should have taken off the doily part, but I didn't. I usually just have that on for winter and Valentine's Day, and probably Easter is a good time to have it on, so I just didn't bother. Yep. Let's go see what's on the bookcase and the shelving behind me. Over here is some more green critters. The toad on the right is really big, but I've seen that toads can be very, very big. I looked it up and I was quite surprised at the length of the biggest toad that there is. Oh my, I don't think I'd like to see one of them. This guy is a little ugly, I think. I believe it was my mom's. She had a frog collection too, and I think someday I need to paint his eyes because they've always bugged me. They're a little buggy and they don't really look right. They're not as fun as they could be. I would hope I could come up with something that would help this guy look a little better. He's just really homely looking to me with the big nostrils, but I didn't want to give him up because it was my mom's, and it's probably the biggest frog or toad planter that I have. Not figurine, but planter. This guy was very fun to find, a beautiful green, maybe a couple years ago. I did glue those eyes in it, but I just found out when I was attempting to find some little glass eyes that I might have had left over, and I didn't have very many left over, that I could put in horizontally, because that's what I ended up reading about toads' eyes. They do not go vertically like that with a slit. They are horizontal. So that was interesting to find out yesterday. So that's what I should try to do with this one, to see if we could get it looking a little more like a toad would look. I prefer frogs, to tell you the truth. See, this guy's he's pretty bumpy. I'd say that could be a toad. And I'm thinking this is too. I just found this cute little single salt for $1. I just got this though, and I remember it was when we went to Annie's attic last weekend, and I did get a lot of filming done. I may have mentioned that already, that I will be able to put out a video on that very fun store, very fun antique mall. It's called Annie's Attic, and it's in Buffalo, Minnesota. And then we went also in downtown Buffalo, Minnesota. I got some filming done at Lakeview Antiques, and I may have already mentioned that too. It is actually a name on the bottom carved in 1960. Both Norm and I thought that the shape of it was really, really unique. Very twisted handle, and the top curves out. I don't know. Yeah, there you can get a better look at. Look at how crazy. Yeah, it's quite bent out. Very unusual drip glaze. So we both liked that. It was pretty reasonable. I can't remember the price, but you'll see it in the video eventually. This is another one of my Rose Lane, California pottery owl, the biggest one that I have. The one on the shelving in the stairwell was quite small, very similar design and color, but very small. And this I did find many years ago. It's a Japan owl. I found it in Jordan, Minnesota. We often try to stop at that nice antique shop too when we go down to visit with my sister, Melissa, in St. Peter, Minnesota. You might remember that I just found this really fun barometer, all plastic, beautiful condition, and it definitely appears to be working. Dials. It is really neat, I think. And what was it, like $4.99 at our Goodwill? Yeah, that was a real surprise. So that was in a recent thrifting video. I still love using these white olive green diamond cut votives up here to help add to the whole theme of green stuff that I really enjoy looking at for A lot of the year I keep my owls in my green owl bedroom, just down the hall there to the right. Yeah, I want to show that to you again sometime. Maybe this summer I'll get to that in some of the other rooms. It would be nice, but I can't make any promises. I try, but I'm not keeping up as well as I used to. I'm much slower now. Over here, Norm said that he liked that I put this new purchase, McCoy frog that's very small, that he wanted to get for me, and it may have been at the Antique Mall of Rogers sale. But I found this at the thrift store, the splatter plate, which is new. I found that years ago, and I've always thought it was fun to use it with the frogs. He thought that was funny. And so I did carry that bit of a yellowish drip color with this beautiful picture by Hager. I think I only spent like $6 or $8 on this frog planter. Oh, what does that say? Yeah, that's really different, isn't it? Niloke? Yeah, that is really hard to read. It's fun to put just a little bit of greenery in it. I think I used it in a previous spring video out in the kitchen on the sink, and I used it for a sponge or a scrubby pad. Yep, that's a good way to use those too. I love this very airy fern-like greenery. Here on this cute little shelf are a couple of odd frogs that are so cute with their poses. I think the one on the right is probably a hobbyist piece. We just purchased the one on the left. Norm thought it was pretty cute. He's got his feet spread out. I'm gonna put the light on so you can, oh yeah, I see you really do see their color a lot better. Isn't he funny? Yeah, his foot's way out back there too. Somewhere there is his toes. So that is not ceramic. It is a composite, and it was given a very high gloss. So that's why Norm and I thought it was pretty nice, being new and looking like ceramic, and it was very inexpensive. I just loved years ago starting to collect old mirrors at the thrift stores, and they were like the one above was wood, and I don't know for sure about the darker olive green one, but they were both vintage mirrors and kind of nicked up, but at least they were quality enough where you could unscrew the particle board backing on it and take it all apart, clean it very well. The mirror was always, you know, pretty bad all around the edges from being old and nobody ever taking them apart. But I'd get them all cleaned up and scrub up the frame, and then I'd pick out a color to have Norm spray paint them for me. So it was just fun to see how it would look if I added the mirrors for more green. I hope that is a fun look to you too. You've seen this adorable fish planter before. I'm crazy for that. I wish I could find more fun ones like that that are real colorful. Such a cute mold. Really sweet. I guess I didn't feel I had enough frog planters that I felt I dared put on this shelf, because some of them, like this one in particular, is heavy. I don't know anything about this one, but it may be a newer purchase. I don't know if I've ever shown that one to you before. I can check on the bottom when I'm done filming here to see if I can find out anything. But I hate to put too much weight on this shelf. This, I think I may have had last year. Boy, I'm kind of forgetting. It is adorable. Those eyes were on it, and I think, are they plastic? They might be glass. I don't know. It is hard telling. They felt a little cool. So like I said, boy, he's heavy too with beans on him. Oh, maybe that's not hobbyist. Yeah, I can't read the tag on the bottom of that. I filmed it a little bit so I could maybe check when I'm editing to see if I can read it. And besides that, it was upside down. So that's pretty weird. And this guy's very weird too. And I think he's fairly new. Now see, he was done kind of odd. All that orange on him, I don't think was necessary. I would have liked him in just the plain green, but he is a planter. So I hate to get too much weight on that shelf. It gets a little crazy. I've really enjoyed it. I love that little fish planter. He's so cute. And Norm really likes the Hager vase and the crazy splatter plate. Yeah, that was a fun find. I don't think I've never run across that again. Nope. That is weird that I haven't. Don't know anything about it. So, Norm and I want to thank you all again for your very kind messages to both of us. You guys are something else. We're very spoiled, and we're so glad that you like what we do with our home, and when we're thrifting, what we manage to find to just learn more and maybe buy some little things that make us happy. We are constantly bagging up things to take back to the charity stores. God bless all of you for your wonderful support. You have a great day now. Thank you. Bye-bye.